So folks, welcome. We are speaking with one of the veteran legal alumni. He has won one of the greatest battles in the history of Liberia again. He is Councillor Sereno Sifos, the former SG of the Republic of Liberia. Welcome to the media, sir.
Thank you very much.
Today we've seen you smiling, moving out of the court over the prolonged battle and defending your client to actually get back their property. How does this seem to you, and what's the entire details of your case you've been pursuing?
Well, we want to say thank you. Finally, we have gotten what we wanted. We have reached the end of the road. The court has done what we expected our judicial system to do for the poor people of this country. We are very much happy that finally those who stole the 54.3 carat diamond are now being hunted by the law, the very law that they claim to have cited. This is like a Frankenstein story where the protector decided to chase his own creator. The law is now chasing them. They are on the back foot. The judge ruled after a series of meetings and consultation. We informed the court that this is an enforcement. This is not a formal trial or formal exchange of pleading. What happened a few days ago was that we got a notice of assignment. The sheriff made a return today. They called Councillor Frank Musa Dean and said there's a notice of assignment for you. He picked up the phone. He said a wrong number. When the sheriff was insisting, trying to inform him of the urgency of the case, he said wrong number. He called out the phone. When they called him later on, he said, I'm out of the bailiwick of Mosurado County. Before the sheriff could tell him, say, show me who should sign for the notice of assignment, he called out the phone completely. In the case of the former Minister of Mines and Energy, he said, when they called him, he said, I'm in Marshall. The sheriff then got in the car and went to Marshall. When he got to Marshall, he said, I'm in Monrovia. When the sheriff came back to Monrovia, when they called him, he said, I'm in Magibi. So you see that kind of jackrabbit style running all over the place. The law is chasing them. Not me, it's the law. The old man that owned the diamond, he's sick. He can't even walk. He needs money to seek medical attention. My only role into this case is not to go after an individual, but to make sure that justice is served and to make sure that the rights of the poor people are protected. Those basic fundamental rights, their property rights under our law.
So, Council, two of the several others who were under arrest, we saw them in the court. What are they going to be? What's going to be the next step? Well,
there was a question we passed to the judge that when you are looking for 8 persons and 3 come forward, you hold that 3 while you're waiting for the balance 5. So they are being held. They are being held. It is the court that will determine what happens to them. The only thing I'm interested in, or my client is interested in, is the diamond, or its fair market value of $11.5 million. Those who said they were men yesterday are now in hiding. There is no escape for them. I have no part to play. I am not the one who wrote the opinion. The judge wrote this, and he said 6 persons should be arrested and detained, and he named them as follows. Councillor Frank Musa Dean Jr. should be detained, put in common jail at the Monrovia Central Prison until he can bring the diamond. Gessler Murray, Emmanuel Titi Swain, Ishaya Baku, Mustafa Tonkara, and there's a fellow called Cover Besa. It's Cover Besa who provided, according to the judge, the false certificate of origin and distorted the information to prove that the diamond was belonging to Mustafa Tonkara. We have documents in our possession in which Mustafa Tonkara wrote an application, requested to export the diamond. All the pieces of information are available. We want to say thank the court. We want to thank the judicial system. We continue to have confidence in the system, and today the law has spoken. I think there's a new day that those who claim that they were above the law are now the hunted. Yesterday, who were the hunter? Who were the hunter? Today, we are the hunter. And we are going after the hunted. It is the law. If you see a story they call the Frankenstein story, they created a prototype. That prototype was meant to teach him about life and death and to help him God to get a full understanding of life. At the end of the day, the prototype started to chase him, Victor Frankenstein. The fake citation of Article 22A relied upon that formed the basis for the broad day theft of the diamond belonging to my client is the same Article 22A that we're using now to chase those very guys. They sold the diamond. They said the diamond was for the government of Liberia. Then they put 50,000 in government revenue. Oh, how can the government own a diamond? Then the government said they own diamond and they pay royalty to itself. They need to come forward. The challenge is theirs for them to take, for them to come before this court and produce a diamond.
So, Councillor Cephas, you work alongside with Councillor Frank Musa Dean when he serves as Justice Minister, and this is very unprecedented to see him being ordered to take into jail to deal based on criminal issues that he was linked to. What does this mean, and how do you really know Councillor Frank? Who do you know Councillor Frank Musa Dean?
It is a victory to the Lord, not for me. I actually would not like to see Musa Dean going to jail. But if Musa Dean commits a crime, then he has to go to jail. Like myself. So it's not a victory that I'm relishing the fact that the court said he should be arrested and detained in common prison until he can produce a diamond. I'm the one who said it. I didn't say so. It's the court. It's the judge. It's the mandate of the Supreme Court. There was never any turnover note to the current government. No turnover note to the current Minister of Justice and Attorney General. There's no evidence to prove that the diamond was placed in escrow account. They sold the diamond, we get all the papers. Cover Besa came to this court and said the diamond was sold for $1.4 million. The other information we got today was sold for $5 million. Gradually, we are tightening the noose around their neck. And in the fullness of time, the truth will come out. Whoever sold the diamond, we get the names here and there. When they are arrested, Mustafa Tonkara, Ishaya Baku, and the rest of them put in jail, they were like a kind of photos. They are just people who were used.
So this is a complete justice for the poor, and you serve as a poor man lawyer. What's the advice you have for those who are in power and abuse their power to take advantage on people?
I want my friend that to everything there's a moment of reckoning. The day has come. Today is the day. Who could have ever imagined that a certain judge will order the arrest and detention of Frank Musa Dean? Who could have ever imagined that? Those are guys who believe that they could write the law and they could do anything and get away with it. So this is not me. The only thing what I'm doing, I'm not pressing for the interest of my client. That's what I'm doing. Any
final message before leaving you?
The final message is that we need a diamond. Well, the $11.5 million so we can give it to the Ome so that the Ome can go to hospital. I don't need a dime from it. I think I have played my role well. I have served well. I think I have spoken truth to power. I think my role has been defined. I think the final thing I want to say is that when I started this case, there were those who say, oh, Sifa will not win. Yes. Oh, they will not do this. Sifa will never win this case. Yes. As long as you get Sifa in this case, you will not win. Yes. They went and brought, quote unquote, be lawyer. Today, the lawyer has vanished. There's a reason for that. And left me and Justice Janet in a fire fighting. That lawyer will not come to court. Many a time and too often when they are served, they don't come. We need to ask ourselves, since I was the problem, I come to court every day. Those who are not the problem, who are the expert, quote unquote, by Liberian standard, you don't see them anymore. So the only thing I want, my final word is, you ask Frank Musa Dean, little shame is better than big one. Because tomorrow, God willing, we'll come back to this court and ensure that we'll superintend the rate of arrest and superintend the detention slip. God willing, that's the only thing we can do. And that will be justice for the poor. That justice does not belong to me. That will be a victory for our judicial system. That victory does not belong to me. That will be the moment that we define the independence and credibility of our judicial system. That is not mine. For people who can come out and discredit the Supreme Court and they go to the Supreme Court to get friends, then they're going to find them $500. But when John Brown discredit the judiciary, oh my God, they will treat you the way you don't even imagine. So this time around they got away with it. This time around they won't get away with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you.